Hey, I'm Travis. My book report was on Shinto religion. Shinto's a Japanese mixture of religion. It's got some Buddhism and Confucianism in with it. There's three major sects of the Shintos. Uh, One of them used to be the nationalism. It's now in the shrine part. That changed after World War II when the nationalism started recognizing more of the emperor worship and stuff. Uh, the Shrine Shinto is still around today, along with two other sects. One of them being the folk, which is a mixture of everything. There is some Buddhism and Confucianism mixed in with it. As far as scriptures go, there's not really a set scripture for Shinto. They do have a prayer book that they pass down from generation to generation so that the future generation can have prayers from the past generation. What they worship are called kami, and they can be deities, and some of them not be deities. There's over 3,000 of them, and a lot of times you've got a kami of nature and a kami of this, and each mountain has its own kami. And a kami is something that they pray to when they need help. It is something that they worship, and sometimes they have shrines in their house, but they also will go to the shrine to worship these kami, to pray to these kami. But there is a mixture of the Buddhism in it, because when they die, it's a Buddhist priest that does the funerals, and part of that is based on the Japanese culture as much as a Japanese decree that the funerals have to be done by a Buddhist priest. 83% of the Japanese population is Shinto, and it really is kind of just like the Japanese or the African tribal. To be Japanese is to do this. It's kind of ingrained with them. It's ingrained in the government. It's a way of life. It's just what they do and what they believe. There is some reincarnation in it. There is some karma in it. If you look at their views of heaven and hell, there's two different views. One of them is a linear view, to where you've got us in the now in this world, and then you have the kami world that is separate. And then there's one that's a vertical view, where you do have an underworld, and then this world, and then the above world that's got the kami universe in it. They do have a creation story, and it starts with the creation of the Japanese island, and then the inhabitants of the islands of Japan, and then everything else.